Hey guys, Elite Legionarii here, and today I'll be bringing you my first 2 vs 2 battle on Empire Total War. Myself and my ally will command the United States. He was really helpful to me. Basically just, I know this sounds pretty nervous, but I couldn't even on Empire, things are so different from Rome and Medieval, I couldn't even work out how to team chat, so he told me how to do that stuff, so very useful and helpful stuff from him. So we'll both be coming as the United States, like I said, and our opponents, we initially thought they were both going to be one of the tribe type, like Indian type tribes, but actually our first opponent, or my direct opponent, is the United States as well. It seems in Empire you can have different faction, like the same faction on different teams, which is interesting. And of course the host is the Huron tribe, or whatever it is. And we thought they'd both bring in those guys, but anyway, my army consists of 4 units of line infantry and 1 guard, or guards, which are the elites. I have 4 units of long riflemen for my skirmishers, which are in skirmishy type behaviour. I have 2 units of, here's one of them up here, pioneer militia, and another one up here. They have to be like a meat shield, and that type of thing. Got my general, of course. Got 2 units of the heavy household cavalry. I believe these are the best heavy cav that are available to most factions. And I've got 2 hidden units of light dragoons, which I'm hoping to use in a trap, which actually comes off quite nicely when I attempt to do it. I've also got a unit of these puckle guns for their close range effectiveness. I do believe they are would be very effective against, my ally told me, and of course I agreed with him once he actually alerted me to it, they'd be very effective against these type of armies that charge in with infantry armed with axes and that sort of thing. Puckle guns are probably quite effective against them, so that's why we brought some of them. My ally, he has, I think he's got 2 or 3 puckle guns. He's got, I think it's about 6 line infantry, and it's 5 units of regiment of horse, 2 units of light dragoons, a 6-pounder, and that's a 600-pounder artillery piece, and 5 units of long riflemen. So I moved my forces up to occupy this forest because I realised it would give some cover from this artillery battery fire coming up there, as well as give some bonuses to my long rifleman against his long rifleman. So he has a lot of guard units and specialty names on them or something. I don't know whether he's got some sort of downloadable content pack or something, because these guys have got names like the 1st Delaware, and there's a lot of guards here. So he's got 1st Maryland there, 2nd New York, stuff like that. So they're mostly just guards. So they're really much better infantry, so I really need the woods. He's also got a couple of light dragoons, which is used to shoot at my pioneer militia, and that's fine. The purpose is to be this, to just absorb tension. I'm bringing up my household cav, so if he comes in close enough, I can, I want to try and bait him in, to try and go after my cav, and then I can swing around their flank with my 2 light dragoons and hopefully destroy his dragoons. So if I can destroy them, it'll give me quite a bit of an edge. So it seems this guy's got musketmen, which I'm not sure how good. I think they are pretty good. He's got, up here he's got some of these, I don't know how you say it, a Java horse warriors. I'm not sure how they work, if they're just normal cav. He's also got, he had a lot of those axemen and stuff and all that hidden towards up this way. He's got a couple of these, it's a chief's bodyguard, he's got another chief's bodyguard, these are a couple of those. My ally seems to be bringing his cav up this way. It was interesting. I didn't notice that in the battle. But I want to occupy the woods. So here's a bunch of these, looks like, these guys look like lancers. Lee's Legion and Pulaski's Legion, they look like lancers of some sort. These look like dragoons, because they've got a gun, and of course they've got the other dragoons. So he charges 2 of his dragoons in here, to come after my dudes. Of course they're going to get shot up, but that's good. Now he's walked into the trap. He's bringing a lot of his dudes in, most of his cavalry coming in, so I'm going to countercharge him when I spot it. I don't initially see it, but I do see it pretty quickly, and I just see it just in time, and it works well because now I can send in my my own dragoons here to outflank him and shoot him, and they'll have no route of escape. So he's going to lose pretty much all his cavalry in a nice trap there. And now he's come in with several muskets, his ally has, and he's got several of his long riflemen, more than I have actually. I think they're all the same, about 5. I think it was tops 5 units of light infantry, which are very effective in this game. So he's now sending in a couple of his Velasquez legions to go after my dragoons, I think, which is not good because they got caught, but they are actually doing really well. And I'm pretty inexperienced with trying to organise the men, but I do come out on top of this cavalry duel, so my trap came off quite nicely, and my household cavalry have been very effective, and I have been effectively able to destroy most, if not all, of his dragoons and other cavalry units. So that gives me a decisive edge. What I should have done is I got over to my ally much sooner, but I didn't. I was too content on keeping this going, this duel here in the so the woods are giving me some good cover, and I'm actually doing quite well, although he's got extra units which gives him the edge. But I wanted to try and get rid of them with my my dragoons, because I see he's going to attempt an outflanking move with this unit of long riflemen on my extreme right. And I don't even really get my puckle guns set up. I was about to, but they got blown to bits, so that didn't really work all that well. So over here, my ally's getting pretty banged up there by the looks of things. These guys appear to be archers. That's pretty cool, horse archer type units. But here's several of these tribesmen by the looks of things. He's probably got those medicine men too. Here's another one here. I don't know if they get medicine men or not, so I think they're quite good. So he's charging in here. He's just pretty much going to cut straight through my ally, unfortunately. We were doing really well. I felt we still were quite well in the game, really, at this point. Or at least I felt I was, because I was actually winning most of this duel. The skirmish duel, and that was good because I could have eventually just won this duel if I won the skirmish duel. But these guys close on my ally really quickly, and he just gets absolutely cut to pieces by these infantry. I'm not sure what happened to his puckle guns. Did he not get him into position or something? Because so much was going on, it was kind of hard to keep up with it all. His regiment of horse are actually doing pretty good. But now that he's gotten charged, his line infantry are getting pretty... his light infantry, his long riflemen are going to get creamed. And I mean, most of his line infantry just buckles completely. It's just, it was a shame. I wasn't sure if using meat shield tactics was a good idea, to try and slow up their charge and then just shoot it all to bits as they're stuck on fighting. He said it probably wasn't the best idea, but I might try it in the future myself just to get an idea of it. But I was pretty comfortably winning this skirmish duel, and I was confident that if I won this and my ally held down the Huron player, I could have destroyed these guard units just at long range with my skirmishers, and then outflanked with my line infantry, which is still well covered in here. But unfortunately, what's going to happen is they're going to get pretty cleaned out. So I'm using my dragoons and household cav just to skirmish with him, but I really should have got them over to my allies sooner. That was a big mistake on my part. But I mean, the skirmish duel is the one part where I was doing really well, and my dragoons in that trap came over quite nicely as well. But as you can see, my ally's army is just getting cut to pieces. He doesn't have the cover that I had. As much, but his men are just not going to be up to this melee fight with these Indians, which are a lot better at it. and unfortunately his line starts to it just completely caves in there, and I'm totally outflanked, and I knew the instant that happened I thought, oh, that's just such a shame, because we were really doing quite well. But, I mean, I'm outflanked here by these musketmen as well, so I mean it was looking pretty bleak for us by this point. I mean, there's probably a multitude of things I could have done better, but I'm just so inexperienced at this game. So yeah, I mean, I've got my dragoons here that have effectively destroyed all the cavalry units that that my opponent had. So I was pretty pleased I got rid of his cav, considering he had like, I think he had like 2 extra units over me. So I was pretty pleased that he had like 4 dragoons and like other lances and stuff. So I was pretty pleased with that. But as you can see, I'm just going to get totally shredded here. I get totally outflanked, even though he's charging up. I mean, these guys here are the first Delaware, as he calls them, that are pretty awesome too, are getting pretty cleaned out. I don't know how you do this. It must be like a downloadable content pack or something. I don't really know how to do that stuff though. I don't really use Steam anymore other than to just battle away. But I turned my guards unit round to fight, but they're just my line infantry and my guards. But they I mean, they do okay for a while, but they're not going to hold out there for very long. And I'm totally outflanked now, and I'm just going to get shot at from multiple angles. And unfortunately, he does a really good move. He just charges into my skirmishers, which is good. And I couldn't retreat them back; they just go straight into the Indian forces, which would have been annoying. So I mean, I'm doing the best I can here, but some of my lack of experience online, the fact that I'm totally outflanked. I mean, the forest was really helpful, and I'm glad I used it. I mean, it was the first thing I saw, and I'm like, yeah, that's where I'm going. But I can't fight 2 enemies on my own, no matter what I'm trying. It just won't work. And I'm completely outflanked on like 4 angles now. So I mean, there's nothing I can do. My men are in the woods, and they're fighting pretty damn hard, and I'm pretty pleased with them. But I mean, that was a really good move, just charging my skirmishers with his line inch. But I mean, a hardcore holding in there, fighting as hard as they can. And they're having quite a good. They're doing quite well, you know. I was pretty pleased. But my allies still got a lot of cav, and I mean that's probably not all that effective anyway. Remember, I was helping him over on his side with my light dragoons, which I should have done earlier. That was a mistake on my part, and I do concede that point. I should have got over to help him with my dragoons a little earlier. But I was kind of a bit flustered, trying to work out what was going on. But it seems the alliance between this United States group and the Indians is going to come off. Seems our overly American alliance is not going to work. But he does bring his cav in here, and this does give us a little bit of respite, but I mean, they're only like cav. I'm not sure if the negative woods bonus is on Empire. It probably is. It is on the other ones. And as you can see, his cav is getting pretty cream. But yeah, I mean, I'm not really sure what happened to my allies' puckle guns. I mean, they could have been quite deadly. And I'm just going to do one, let my general go down in a blaze of glory. It's over, but a good charge in the general. One last blaze of glory into these exposed muskets, and we'll do as much damage as we can. And go out and just absolute glory. And of course my general now dies, so it wasn't as glorious as I'd hoped. I mean, absolutely outflanked here and everything, but I mean, his guards didn't even really take the field. I mean, I destroyed the skirmishers, I destroyed his cav. Got a few Indians in the process as well, I guess. As you can see, I routed a unit there. Nothing too much I can really do here, eh? So we look at this big chaotic mess in here. His Indians are just cleaning the house now. And it's, you know, it's defeat, but it was a fun battle. I don't have a problem with uploading defeats as long as it's not like really crushing, embarrassing type ones, which occasionally do happen, and they probably will happen quite a bit at first on this because I'm so new and inexperienced at it. But I'm happy to toss this one in. But like many thanks to my allies, just giving me some ideas and some help with basic stuff, just how to work around the system on Empire, you know. Like, I mean, even the private chat, I had no idea how it worked, because it's just totally, it's not like in Roman medieval, you press T and then you just press the number for your ally, and I like that system. It's easy. Well, not that the system on Empire is difficult, but I don't understand why they change it. Like, they changed it, but there's no need to change it. It was perfectly good. Not that it's hard. Like, all you do is just press this thing a couple of times and swap to the private chat. But the point is it's not like you need to change these things. I don't know why they do it. It bothers me a bit that they changed, like with Rome Total War and Medieval, they used the same controls and it was great. So when you went from Rome to Medieval, it wasn't like this big step of learning a whole set of new controls. You just learnt the different tactics and styles of the game, but you still had the same controls that you used in Rome, so you picked it up. Whereas in this, we got a whole different set of controls, so you got to learn them all, and it's just annoying. But anyway, enough of me ranting. That's a defeat for us, but we went down in glory. I had 1,212 men. I lost 1,021. I got 714 kills. My ally was Znation, that's his. I couldn't remember his name because it didn't come up with it, but Znation. He had 1,299 men. He got 1,117 kills, and he had 1,117 losses and 881 kills. My opponent, Chief Grand Cherokee, he had 1,287 men deployed. He got 406 losses and 599 kills. So it pleased me to know that I beat him. I think he was, in terms of kills at least, I think he was like a 5 or 6 star ranking, I'm not sure. And then the host was Chief Smoking Tree. I must admit his name actually gave me a bit of a laugh. He had 1,770 men, so a big army. 1,278 losses, so he did lose quite a bit, but he killed 1,396, so he really came out on top there. I believe he was about 6 or 7 stars as well, and it was quite a high star ranking anyway. So here's the unit statistics. My general went down that glory charge. He got 26 kills, so not too shabby there. My household cav. This was about my cav. That cav trap I pulled off worked well. This one got caught out a wee bit, didn't get so many, but this unit got 83 before it was destroyed, and it was really handy. As you can see, my 2 light dragoons, 75 and 59 before destruction, so I was really pleased with them. That trap actually was like the shining moment of this battle. I was pretty pleased to pull something off like that on Empire with my inexperience. As you can see, my line infantry actually, I mean, some of them did okay. They got pretty destroyed, obviously, but they didn't do too well. This unit did okay, but these units didn't do that great. But they were totally outflanked when my allies' army just collapsed, so I was pretty screwed. My guards just got owned. Didn't get a chance to use their epic skills. But my long riflemen, all of them except this unit, did really well. They always do really well, the skirmisher units. They seem to be one of those real decisive units. Puckle gun didn't get to. I mucked up with getting it unlimbered, so that was a bit of a mistake there. And my pioneer militia, they're like that throwaway unit to absorb the attention and take the attention of other more important units. So they served their purpose, even though they got totally owned. They were never meant to be doing anything much. But this one goes to the long riflemen, the dragoons, and the household cav. I'm pretty pleased with the effort. I mean, obviously I'm not very good at this yet, but nonetheless it was really fun, and I'm really starting to get much more of a hang of it, but there's still a long way to go. But great game to Znation, thanks for your help there. Chief Grand Cherokee and Chief Smoking Tree, you guys were good, very good. And thanks for playing, and thanks for hosting, Chief. Smoking Tree, it was fun. So thank you guys for watching. I appreciate it. If you have tips for me, I'm willing to learn, because as I said, I am really not that good at this yet. So if you have tips or criticisms, as long as you're not like insulting me or something, which I'm sure none of you would anyway, but people do that. But just any criticisms or constructive criticisms or whatever, I mean, I'm willing to listen and learn. So anyway, thanks for watching, guys. Legionary signing off. I'll see you next time.